Hi, you guys. My name is Micah. I'm an 8th grader here. Good enough. Okay. And I'm really excited to see you guys again. Some of you I saw you're in my group in August, and I'm excited to see you again. For those of you who don't know me, I'm involved in a couple different things on campus. I am on the football team, and I also swim for the Parks and Rec department, and I'm also involved in Mathletes, which is really cool. We get to travel around. When you're in 7th and 8th grade, you can do it. And so that's pretty fun. And this is my partner.
Hi, my name is Mary Beth, and I am in 8th grade here too, and I'm a web leader. And some other things that I'm involved in on campus besides web are I am part of the journalism. I like doing the newspaper. I work on the school newspaper. I also do the yearbook. So you guys will be getting a yearbook at the end of the year, and I help out with that. And I don't really play sports because I'm not super good at it, but I go to all the games, and I love supporting all the teams and the people that play sports. So that's who I am.
Very cool.
Why are we here today?
We're here today, we're going to talk about rumors and gossip on our campus. It seems like that's sometimes a problem, and people gossip and rumor, and so we're going to talk about that a little bit today. And before we get going, there are, in every classroom there are rules, right? There are different things that help us succeed as a class to just make sure that the class goes well. And so what we want to do is talk about very quickly to see what are some things that we can agree to, that you guys could agree to help us be successful in doing the lesson today. What are some rules or some agreements we could create that would help us be successful? And if you'd raise your hand and give me an idea, that would be really helpful. Yeah? Participate. That would be really helpful to us. For instance, right now. Yeah?
Respect what other people say.
Respect what others say. Excellent.
Listen to the speaker.
Listen to the speaker. Thank you. Yeah? Pay attention. Perfect. Let's get two more. Other things that you think would help us really do a good job with the lesson today. What else? Huh?
Stay on task.
Stay on task. What else? Uh-huh. Be positive and?
And don't talk when someone else is talking.
Be positive and don't talk when others are talking. Excellent. So let's take a quick look up here. We got participate, respect others, listen to each other, pay attention, stay on task, be positive, don't talk when others are talking. Does that seem pretty reasonable?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. If you think that is pretty reasonable, go ahead and raise your right hand. Say, I agree.
I agree
To these agreements.
to these agreements.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. We are going to have a lot of fun today, and we're going to be talking about rumors and gossip and those kinds of things. And what we're going to do is I need to divide you into two teams. So let me just divide it right down the middle. This side over here, you guys are one team over here. And this side over here, you guys are on a team over here. And what I need to start off with is I need 5 volunteers from each team. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If those 5 would come up. And on this side, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There we are.
Excellent. And if you guys would line up just like you are, perfect. Just shoulder to shoulder right there. Single file line facing those guys. Perfect.
You guys are going to line up right here, shoulder to shoulder, just like those guys, but stand right here. There you go, and I'll move this chair. There you go, stand right there, turn the face that way. There you go. There you go.
All right.
I'm going to come right here, move that. Perfect.
Okay. We have 2 captains. What is your name?
Uma.
Uma is a captain, and
Jade.
Jade is a captain. Excellent. And what's going to happen is I'm going to give them each a story. They cannot show the story to anyone else in their team. What they're going to do is they're going to read the story silently to themselves. Once they've read it once or twice, then they can put it down. They're not going to look at it, and they're going to try as best they can to tell the story to number 2 in line. And then number 2, once you've heard the story, you're going to whisper it all the way down the line until we see what story finally gets down to person number 5. Does that make sense? So just a quick review of the rules. You're going to read it. Once you've got it, you're going to put it down. You're going to whisper it so that the other people on your team can't hear, all the way down the line until it gets to the very last person, okay? So let's go ahead and have persons 3, 4, and 5 take a step back that way so you won't be tempted to listen in. You have different stories, so you can't, no fair listening in. So here's story number 1 over here. Go ahead and read it. And here's story number 2 over here. Go ahead and read it. No fair looking. Okay, and once you've got it, go ahead and whisper it along. La 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 la. Everybody got it?
Probably not.
That's okay. Hold on. Okay. I need 2 volunteers on this side over here. I'll just start with you guys right here.
I'm the TA.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
You can still play. And I need 2 on the other side. Okay. All right, you guys ready? Here's what's going to happen. There's 2 questions on this side, and there's 2 questions on this side. You guys are going to be asking the questions to this team, and you score points based on who can answer the question the farthest down the line. So tell me your name.
Taryn?
Taryn. So if Taryn gets the question, since he's person 5, your team will get 5 points. 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, and only 1 point if it has to go all the way back to Jade. Okay? Same thing over here. 5 points if you, tell me your name? Rebecca. If Rebecca gets it 5 points, it has to come all the way back to Uma, only 1 point. So you score as many points as you can along the way. So you guys can get together and figure out who's going to answer it, but you can't share the answer, okay? So let's start with the first question over here, 1A.
Rebecca, what did Sue's blind date smell like?
What did Sue's blind date smell like? No fair giving her the answer now.
I didn't give it to her.
A possum.
Is that correct? No.
Well, I was told a possum too.
So no there.
I was told a possum.
Uh-oh. Keeps coming back.
Why?
I was trying to tell him it's lotus blossom.
A lotus blossom, not an opossum. 1 point. 1 point over here for team 2. We'll make them over here. All right. Can I have question 2A over here? Question 2A. Go ahead and ask them.
Who is the seamstress hemming a dress for?
Who is the seamstress hemming a dress for?
The butcher's daughter?
The butcher's daughter. I think we need a name. The butcher's daughter. It's not quite right. What do you think?
Carrie.
Carrie. Very nicely done. 4 points for team 1. All right. Don't worry, team 2. We got question 1A, 1B over here. Question 1B.
Where did the Doberman bite him?
Where did the Doberman bite him?
That didn't even get to me.
Uh-oh. Where did the Doberman bite him?
On the toes.
On the toes.
Dog? When was there a dog?
And over here, wait, we need question 2B.
What can they eat if they win the lottery?
What can they eat if they win the lottery?
Steak?
We need the kind of steak.
Do you know? What is it?
Round steak?
Round steak they can eat. Oh my gosh. Give a hand to your team. Give a hand to your team. All right, each of you can go and select somebody to take your place. We need 5 new people up here. 5 new people. Come on down.
Wait, we don't have slides where people are.
I think we'll have to involve the TA as well.
Here's the question for the old.
That's okay. You can hang on to it. Thank you.
We do 3 rounds, right? Yeah.
All right. You got to come up, Jonathan.
Alex, go ahead.
All right.
Alex, go.
We'll see if we can make it. Go ahead. Come on up. You can hang on to that. It's okay. Just put it in. All right. We'll see if we can make it a little bit easier. Round two, if you want, you can actually read yours. You can read it to person number 2, but person number 2 can never actually see it. You can read it, but you can't see it. Okay, so read it once to yourself, and then read it silently, quietly to person number 2. See how they do. La 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 la. Almost ready?
No.
Ready over here? Yeah. All right, no more collaborating. All right, we have a question over here for this team. Here it is, team. Ready?
Okay. Who is Allie allied with?
Who is Allie allied with?
Allied with.
Allied?
Allied. I'm sorry.
Either way. Pronounce both ways.
The Alabama.
Not quite.
Albania.
The Albanians. 4 points, 4 points. Their team won. All right, and question over back here. Who's going to ask the first question?
Okay. What did Sue's blind date? Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. That's 3. This is number 3. Oh no.
Yeah.
Which animals were playing ping pong?
Which animals were playing ping pong?
A porpoise and a persnickety. Something. I don't know. Persnickety. That's all.
A porpoise is all we need. A porpoise. Nice job. 5 points for team 2. Question number 2 on this side. Question number 2.
What is he totally against?
What is Ali totally against? Not dancing. Number 4?
Like the dwarf, the dwarves like catching butterflies.
No, he's not against the dwarves catching butterflies.
Winged walking?
Wing walking. Excellent. He's against the ancient practice of wing walking. All right, question over here.
How much did Peter pay to Pierre?
How much did Peter pay?
Pay to Pierre, like 2 francs.
Oh, how much did Peter pay to Pierre?
Twister.
That's right.
You know? I think it's like a pretty penny.
He paid a pretty penny. Excellent. 3 points. Not bad, not bad. Let's have these folks read their ones out so we can hear what it is. Go ahead and grab your story.
Oh, it's Ali,
This one.
Babylon,
Here you go.
is allied with the Albanians on the issue of safe passage for dwarf butterflies through enemy territory. He's totally against the ancient practice of wing walking.
Whoa, is that a little different than what you got? What do we have over here?
A purple porpoise was playing ping pong after partying with persnickety pandas in Pittsburgh. A plumber named Pete paid a pretty penny to peer at this peculiar pastime.
Whoa, nice job. Give him a hand, give him a hand.
Each the last one, sing a story.
Oh, yeah.
Read the-
We'll do that in this.
Okay.
All right, finally we need, all of you have been up here, but we need 5 more for the final round. This is the finals. 5 more, come on up. We need 5 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the question. And
It's
1,
anybody's
2,
game.
3, 4, 5. Come on up. Oh, sorry. Anybody's game.
It's
Wow.
10 to 13. It's anybody's game.
Wow.
Are you the lucky recipient of the
All
story?
right.
Oh. Who's the story person? Are you the lucky recipient of the story? All right.
All right. So, we'll do these last.
Thank you.
You can just put those in the middle here.
Yep.
We'll do these last ones. You remember you're going to read it. You can read it once. You can read it over to yourself silently. You can read it once to the partner, and then we're going to pass it all the way down. Person at the end, try to remember the story, because this time before we do anything else, we're going to hear the story that you think you heard. We're going to try to hear the story that you think you heard.
Are you ready? So
All right.
Read it.
So all the way
yourself
down,
and
line
read it
up.
once to your
Let's get a little
partner. All right?
distance here, a little distance. Not number 2. You can read silently to yourself without showing number 2. And we'll see how we do. It's the finals, 10 to 13.
Anybody's game.
All right. No discussing. No discussing. All right, here we go.
All right.
Here we go. We got a question over here. Who's got the first question?
Yeah.
You guys ready? Here we go. First question over here.
Where did little Louis learn to lip read?
Where did little Louis learn to lip read?
Oh, in his root cellar from his cousin from Lula.
In his root cellar is good enough. Very nice. In the root cellar. And over here, who's got the first question? Yep.
What does old Harper pick his nose with?
What does old Harper pick his nose with?
Garden shear.
Garden shears.
Who said
Number
it?
4.
Four.
All right, number 2 over here.
What does Jules suspect his opponents of?
What does Jules suspect his opponent of? Cheating.
Is that right?
Yep, person 5.
Wait.
No, that's over here.
Oh, sorry. Wrong one.
And over here.
No.
Over there.
If not for the cobwebs, what would we have also learned?
If not for the cobwebs, what would he have also learned? Russian. Nice. Excellent. Let's hear, what was the story that you heard as best as you can remember it? Tell everybody what the story was that you heard.
Little Louis learned to lip read television in the root cellar from his cousin from Miss Rula, and if it hadn't been for the cobwebs hanging from the ceiling, he would have learned Russian also.
Nice, not bad. Why don't we hear what the story sounded like originally?
Okay. Little Louis learned to lip read while watching television in the root cellar with his cousin Medgar from Missoula. If it were for the cobwebs hanging from the ceiling, he would have also learned Russian.
Not too bad, not too bad. All right, let's hear where the story ended up over here.
Okay. Trump was picking his nose with I don't know accused was playing ping pong with his friend and accused him of cheating.
Not too bad. Let's hear what it sounded like.
Okay, grubby old Harper has a nasty habit of picking his nose with garden shears while playing pinball with Jules Mantu, who constantly suspects his opponent of cheating.
Nice. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Jules Mantu. Did you guys notice that the people at the end had a much harder time than those at the beginning?
Yep.
Seems obvious, but tell me why. Why was it so much harder for those who were number 5 than it was for number 1 or 2? Yes?
Because the rumor had gone through more people.
Yeah, the story kept changing a little bit along the way. Why do stories change?
People don't hear right, like what people are saying, or they sometimes try to change it.
Maybe sometimes they don't hear. Have you ever seen someone try to change a story purposefully? Maybe to change it so they look better and someone else looks worse or something? Yeah?
Maybe sometimes they don't hear the whole thing.
Maybe they don't hear the whole thing, right? Yeah? Sometimes they interpret it differently. They decide what something means or a conclusion. Do they sometimes hear just one piece of it and then make a conclusion based on that?
Yes.
Does that happen in school a lot?
Yes.
Absolutely. Why does it happen in school? Why do people do that in school? Do you think they're trying to be mean? Maybe sometimes.
Maybe they like to hear a lot of good, exciting news.
Maybe they like to hear a lot of exciting news. They like to hear the latest. Is it good or is it bad? Bad? Depends. Somebody who thinks it's bad, why is it bad? Yeah?
Because it hurts people's feelings.
Because it hurts people's feelings, especially if it's wrong, huh? Yeah?
Well, because usually when there's a rumor about someone, it's probably something they don't want other people to know. So, and if it gets like changed when people are telling each other, it's like, just makes it worse.
Yeah, it might not have been something they wanted somebody to know in the first place. And then if it gets changed, it sometimes gets worse and worse and worse. Interesting. How do we prevent this? How do we prevent spreading of rumors? Mm-hmm.
If you hear gossip, don't pass it on.
If you hear it, don't pass it. How many of you have known that that's true? If you hear something that you don't know is true, you shouldn't pass it on. How many know that sometimes we do it anyway? How do you stop yourself from doing that? Yeah?
Think if it was you in that person's shoes, would you want that to happen to you?
Yeah, so you try to put yourself in that person's shoes. Try to have empathy for them. Interesting.
So what I need you to do is just take out a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen and number the paper 1 through 10 all the way down on one side. All right, I'm going to borrow this from you, okay? As soon as you get that piece of paper out, just go ahead and write 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10, just right here on the line. All right, now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read a little tiny story about several characters. And as I read the story, each time I read part of the story, I will stop and I will ask you how you feel about the character. And you're going to write your feelings down about that character just in one word or 2 words, something really short. Okay, so I'll say the first one. Here's story number 1. Julie was going out with Mark until he broke up with her. Now next to the number 1, you're going to write, what do you think about Julie? What are your thoughts about Julie? You can write, I feel sorry for her, or whatever. So you're going to write down your thoughts about Julie. Julie was going out with Mark until he broke up with her. Number 1, how do you feel about Julie? What are your feelings about Julie? All right. Mark broke up with Julie because he found out that she had kissed John behind his back. Can you believe it? Now how do you feel about Julie in number 2? All right, next to number 2, write what your feelings are about Julie now. All right. You ready to hear the next piece of information that's coming at you? It turns out that she never did kiss John. That was just a rumor made up by Allison so that she could actually go out with Mark. Now I know. Now in number 3, what are your thoughts about Julie now in number 3? Okay. I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I know. Can you believe it? Here we go. Julie starts to tell people that the rumor about her wasn't true, and then she calls Allison names behind her back. Now, how do you feel about Julie? This is number 4. Now, how do you... I can. Julie starts to tell people that the rumor about her wasn't true, and then she calls Allison names behind her back. Okay. So as you're starting to find out, it's important to know all the facts when you hear a story. Let's try another one. Here's a whole different story, unrelated, although maybe Julie knows these people, I don't know. Story number 2, Adam. He always gets the best grades in class. Number 5, Adam. Yeah, what do you think about Adam? Number 5 now.
He always gets the best grades in class.
He always gets the best grades in class. What do you think about him? What's your opinion? Alrighty. You just heard, though, from your friend that Adam gets a copy of the tests beforehand and cheats on every one. Now, how do you feel about Adam? That's number 6. All right, here we go. You ask Adam, hey, is this true? You've cheated on every test? And he says, yes. And he invites you to join him in his plan. Number 7, how do you feel about Adam now? Okay. All righty. Now we've got story number 3, whole different people. Here we go. Josie. She gets to start on the basketball team even though your friend tells you that she is not one of the best players. So you're going to tell us how you feel about Josie, right next to there. What do you think about Josie? She gets to start on the basketball team even though your best friend tells you that she's not one of the best players. All right. You hear, in fact, that she gets to start because her dad is the coach of the team. Number 9. Now what do you think about Josie? If you were going to say something about Josie or have an opinion about her, what do you think? So, you go and you watch one of the games, and you see that Josie is, in fact, the best player on the team. You witness this. And her dad makes sure that everyone plays the same amount of time. Now, how do you feel about Josie? Number 10. All right. So let's start from the first story, figure out how we felt about Julie. What were some of the things? The first sentence for Julie was going out with Mark until she broke up with her. What was some of the feelings that you felt about Julie? Yeah.
She must have done something.
It was all her fault. She must have done something for her to break up with him. Yeah.
I felt sorry for her.
You felt sorry for her? How many people felt sorry for Josie? How many had that reaction? Okay. What else? Something different than feeling sorry for her? Anything else different than feeling sorry for her? What?
She must have felt angry.
Oh, yeah. So you felt what she was feeling was that she must have felt angry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you found out, perhaps, again, speculation and rumor, but Mark broke up with her because he found out that she kissed John behind his back. How'd you feel about her then?
I felt like she deserved it.
She deserved it. What else?
I felt that she was sneaky.
She was sneaky. What else?
Julie is a mean girl.
She was mean. What else?
Oh, she was dishonest.
She was dishonest. So all of a sudden you have all these horrible feelings about Julie, but then you found out the next thing was that it was just a rumor. Then how did you feel? Yeah.
I felt bad for her.
Then you felt bad for her again, right here. Same thing. You felt bad for her. How many people felt bad for her after that? Something different. Yeah, what do you have?
She was vulnerable.
She was what? Vulnerable. So you're going to swoop right in there. You're like, excellent, I've always liked Julie. Yeah, see, I know. But then the last thing is she finds out that it's a rumor that was spread, but then she starts to call Allison names. Then what was your thought about that? Yeah. Julie is a mean girl. What else was your thought? She went too far. What else?
She had the right to.
She had the right to. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it feels like maybe she did have the right. Yeah.
I was proud of her.
Why were you proud? Tell us why you were proud of her.
Because. Do I have to?
Absolutely not. If you want to keep that to yourself, you do that. So but you felt like maybe she was justified in some way. It's interesting, huh? It's interesting to think about how you're feeling. How many of you noticed as you were doing each of these stories, your feeling changed about the person dramatically based on what the facts were? Isn't it interesting to think about how important it is to know all the facts? How many of you have ever made a judgment on somebody based on not knowing all the facts? Yeah? Yeah. How many of you have ever had a judgment made based for you on someone who didn't know all the facts? How does that feel when someone makes a judgment on you?
Okay.
Say it again.
No.
Did you say puckish?
No.
Oh.
Something like that though. It feels bad.
Oh, it feels bad. It feels bad. It feels yucky. Yeah, what else? How does it feel?
It's kind of like unfair to you because the person doesn't really know, so it's unfair.
It's unfair. It's absolutely like Julie. And like the other people in our story too. Just without reading the story, let's just really quickly, Adam, how many of you felt, what were you feeling about Adam first? What did you write down? Yeah.
Like, he was very smart.
Right, because he's the smartest boy in the class. He's smart. And then how did you feel? How did your feelings change about Adam?
I thought he was a draconian teacher.
You thought he was a draconian teacher.
Or cheater.
Cheater, a draconian cheater. Yes, I could see where you would think that. And then what about when he said, hey, do you want to join me in my cheating? How did you feel then? He's a cheater and stupid. So, yeah, right here.
Well, he was honest, but bad.
Yeah, he was honest, right. At least say, hey, are you cheating? Yes, I am. Come join the fun. Right here. You were stunned. You were stunned. Do you think it's possible that somebody on the surface, right? Someone on the surface is one way, right? And then if you don't know all the information, do you think you could base judgments just on what's on the surface? What is the danger in judging people by what's just on the surface? What is the danger? Yeah.
Well, you could say things that you don't mean or that you don't know about, and it gets back to them, and then drama starts.
Right. So you can say things that you don't mean or that aren't true, and then it gets back to them, and it starts drama. How many of you have ever been a part of some drama based on a rumor? Doesn't feel really good. Yeah. What else?
You'll never really get to know the person.
You never really get to know the person. If we make all these judgments about people beforehand, before we know all the facts, you never get to know the person. How can we make sure that we make correct assumptions about people? How can we make sure that we know everything? Yeah?
By getting to know people ourselves instead of what others do.
How do you do that? So talk to them, so have a real conversation with them. How else can we make sure that we don't judge people before we know all the facts? What else can we do? Yeah, right here.
Well, if somebody tells you a rumor about someone, like, you shouldn't believe it until, like, you really see proof that they're like that.
So don't believe what somebody else tells you. Go right to the source. Know the information. What else? What else can we make sure we do to not judge people based on inaccurate information? How can you find out? What do you think? What would you want someone to do if someone had a belief about you? Yeah. Walk up to you and ask you. Kind of like they did with Adam. Hey, do you cheat? Right, you'd want them to ask you about it. You'd want them to ask you about it. Are there things right now for you that other people like maybe see on the outside that people could judge and make wrong assumptions about it? Perhaps? Well, let's try something. Here's what I want you to do. I am going to have you stand if what I say is true for you. Okay, so if what I say is true for you, you don't have to say anything, you don't have to communicate, you're just going to stand up. Okay, so here we go. Stand if you have, are you ready? A brother or a sister. Okay, now just look around the room. You're not going to say anything, just look and see who's got brothers and sisters. Okay, go ahead and have a seat. Stand if you like your brother or sisters.
What if it's only sometimes?
Go like this. No.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and have a seat. Stand if you've ever had to go to the principal's office because you did something wrong. You don't have to say what it was. Okay, go ahead and have a seat. Stand up if you've ever gotten straight A's. Okay. Go ahead and have a seat. Stand up if you have ever had a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Okay. Go ahead and have a seat. Remember to look around, see who's standing and see who's not standing. Stand if you've ever gone to summer camp. All right. Go ahead and have a seat. Stand up if you have ever been teased for something that you could not control, like being tripped, wearing glasses.
Hey Redwood, one quick announcement before the bell rings. Don't forget, tomorrow is Twin Day.
Woohoo!
Dress up with your friends, be a twin, and win a candy bar.
All right, well, I'll say that one again. Stand up if you have ever been teased for something you cannot control, like being tripped, wearing glasses, the way you look. Okay, look around, see who's with you. Have a seat. Stand up if you have ever gossiped about one of your friends. Everyone's looking around going, oh my gosh, that's my friend. I hope it wasn't me. Have a seat. Stand up if you've ever done something really embarrassing. Go ahead and have a seat. And stand up if you have been accused of something that you did not do in your life. So you were once accused of something you did not do. Look around. Go ahead and have a seat. Do you think that it would be possible if the information were to just leave this room to start a rumor on somebody based on just the person standing up and sitting down? Yeah, would it be possible? Do you think that there's information? Yeah.
Yes.
What? Tell me why you think it's possible. What do you think could happen?
Well, if someone just tells their friend, and then they tell someone else, and then everybody knows.
Kind of like what happened here, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she was accused of something she didn't do. Really? Yeah, she was accused of spray painting everywhere. I mean, where did that come from? Yeah. Do you think that is it possible that you could accidentally or even purposefully spread rumor based on this information?
Yeah.
How will you prevent that from happening, not only here in this classroom, but how will you prevent rumors from happening here on our middle school? Yeah.
By showing integrity.
What does that mean?
Doing the right thing, even if you don't have to.
But so by showing integrity, doing the right thing, even if you didn't have to, by doing the right thing. In the case of a rumor, what would be the right thing to do? Right here.
Not spreading it, and then maybe telling the person who told you to not spread it.
To not spread the rumor, and then maybe tell the person who told you, you know what, we don't know that's true, let's not spread that around. And right here?
Or just, if you don't spread it, like, you can spread it in the opposite direction.
Oh, so take it and say, you know what, I don't know if that's true, but you know what, I heard she's also a really nice person. So
Or
say
just
something
like,
nice.
She didn't do that.
She didn't do that. So it could come back to you. She did. If someone tells this to you, she didn't do that. So let them know. What do you think you should do instead of spreading rumors? What do you think you should do instead of spreading rumors? Right here. Right here.
Tell a joke.
Tell a joke. I love it. I love it. Tell a joke. What else do you think you should do instead of spreading rumors?
Like if you think someone's nice, then like tell them.
Okay, just one more second. You're right. If you think something is good about them, then say that. Hey, Mike and I were here today to talk about rumors. We'd like to thank you so much for your attention today. And hopefully, if you're out on the campus and you hear a rumor, or you don't spread it, or you start saying nice things about people. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.